Hey guys, Nate here. Today we're going to be doing a deck profile on Ace Newgate. It's a super fun deck and I think it's better than some people think. So we're going to go ahead and just hop right into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the leader. For those of you that don't know, the leader effect is activate main once per turn. You may reveal one card with a type including Whitebeard Pirates from your hand, draw one card, and then place the revealed card at the top of your deck. So the effect is good for cycling and then also for setting up for other card effects. And we'll get into those cards here in a second. All right, we're going to hop into the deck now. First card is Ezo. We run 4 of that. Ezo is a searcher. So on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck for a card including Whitebeard Pirates and add it to your hand, then put them at the bottom in any order. But it also has a secondary effect. It's on your opponent's attack, you may trash Ezo and then draw a card and bottom deck a card. So it lets you basically cycle out bricks or something you don't want in your hand. So very good searcher. I don't use the secondary effect unless I'm really searching for something or I am like bricked up. I usually like keeping it on the field to use with like the Odin or Jozu. And we'll get into those cards in a little bit. Second card is Whitey Bay. Run 4 of that. It is a 2K counter, but also your turn on play, you may reveal 2 cards with a type including Whitebeard Pirates from your hand, and then up to one of your leaders with Whitebeard Pirates type, which Ace Newgate is, gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. So it's a really good 2K counter. It's good to combo with Odin, which I'll get into that combo later. Next card is Marco. I'm running 3 of Marco. Marco is from OP10. He is a blocker, and on KO you can return up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. This card is really good into the Rayleigh matchup because all of their cards are basically 4 or less. And so it lets you clear their board a little easier and stay healthy. All right, next card is Kingdu, running 4 of that. So Kingdu is a 2K counter, and it's mostly just a 2K, but in a pinch you can also play him out. His effect is activate main once per turn. You may reveal 2 cards with a type including Whitebeard Pirates from your hand, and then this character gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. So in a pinch you can play him out, but it's mostly just there for counter. Next card is Marco, running 4 of Marco. He is pretty cool. He's like a standard Marco. Once per turn, if this character would be KO'd by one of your opponent's effects, you may trash 1 card from your hand instead. So he's a sticky body that can't be removed by KO. And then additionally, when attacking, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If that card includes Whitebeard Pirates in its type, then this character gains plus 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So he's basically a 4/6 with counter. And his secondary effect, the when attacking effect, hits the vast majority of the time because you can set up for it with leader effect, and then also this entire deck outside of 1 card currently is Whitebeard Pirates. And that one non-Whitebeard Pirates type card is Pudding. As a blue deck, I really like running Pudding, at least one of, just to kind of have it as an option. So Pudding is kind of a blue staple. So for those of you who may not know, it's on play, your opponent returns all the cards in their hand to their deck and then shuffles their deck, and then they draw 5 cards. So it's some hand destruction. All right. Next card is Atmos. Atmos is super good early game. He is on play. You may reveal 2 cards with a type including Whitebeard Pirates from your hand. If your leaders type includes Whitebeard Pirates, which Ace Newgate does, return up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less to their hand. So it's good for establishing a body while also removing one of your opponent's bodies. And what's really cool about Atmos is that you can combo it with Ace. Ace is kind of one of the best cards in the deck, I would say. So he is, on play, reveal one card from the top of your deck and play up to one character with a type including Whitebeard Pirates and a cost of 4 or less, then place the rest on the top or bottom of your deck. So Ace is really good because you can set up for what's on the top of your deck with leader ability. And one of the strongest plays on 5 Dawn is to play Ace, or before playing Ace, you use leader effect, put Atmos on the top of your deck, then play Ace to play out the Atmos, and then use Atmos to return whatever they played last turn. So you get to establish 2 bodies while also removing one of your opponent's bodies, which is very strong. For Ace, if you don't have Atmos in your hand, don't worry, because you can also play out any of these cards up top. So you can play out the Marco, the King Do, the other Marco, or even in a pinch, maybe like the Ezo to search. So Ace has a lot of targets. All right, next card is the 2K Ace. He is just a 2K counter, but he's a 5/6. So in a pinch, you can play him out if you have nothing else to play out. So not a lot else to say about him. Next up is Jozu. Jozu is another blue staple. He is very powerful. On play, you may return one of your characters other than this character to the owner's hand, and then you may return up to one character with a cost of 6 or less to the owner's hand. So he's really good on curve, or depending on the game state, pretty much any time, to establish a 7K body while also bouncing one of your opponent's bodies. And typically, I like saving either Ezo out on the board or maybe playing out Whitey Bay and then bouncing one of those cards to hand for the first part of Jozu's effect. So Jozu is super good and really like seeing him on a curve. Next card, which is probably the best card in the deck in my opinion, is Odin. Odin, he has a static effect. If this character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may trash 2 cards from your hand instead. So he's a sticky body that just can't be removed as long as you have 2 cards in hand. And then activate main once per turn. You may rest 3 of your Dawn cards and return one of your characters other than this character to the owner's hand and set him as active. So he can swing twice every turn, which is super powerful. A really cool combo that I like doing late game is swinging with Odin, then playing out Whitey Bay, bumping my leader up to a 7, using Odin's effect, return Whitey Bay to hand, then you can swing with Odin again, and then depending on the game state, you can even play Whitey Bay again to bump your leader up to 9. So Odin opens up a lot of different plays for you. He is just a very good pressure piece. All right, next card is 9-drop Newgate. Newgate, his effect is, well, his static effect is he has double attack, which is powerful in its own. But on play, you may reveal one card from the top of your deck. If that card includes Whitebeard Pirates in its type, then draw 2 cards. So you can set up for that effect with leader ability, but generally that effect will hit no matter what, because we only run one non-Whitebeard Pirates type. So this card is really good to establish on curve, and it just kind of sits out there and is intimidating to the opponent because it's a huge body with double attack. And there's another card that combos with this one that's really good, and I'll get to that in a second. All right, next card is Thank You for Loving Me. So this is a searcher event. On main, if your leader includes Whitebeard Pirates, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal one card including the Whitebeard Pirates type, or Monkey D. Luffy and add it to your hand. Then you can place the rest on the top or bottom of your deck. So it's another searcher, but it also lets you stack the top of your deck. So if you like all 3 targets, you don't have to bottom deck them. You can put them back on top so you can grab them in the next couple of turns. So I like consistency with the deck, so that's why I run 3 of these and 4 Ezos. All right. Next card is Take That Back, Take Back What You Said. So this is a powerful counter card. You can reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If that card includes Whitebeard Pirates, up to 1 of your leader or character's cards gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. So because we run almost entirely Whitebeard Pirates type, and you can also set the top of your deck with leader effects, this should always hit. And so for 1 Dawn, you get plus 4k counter, which is really nice for saving characters on board or also just surviving late game. All right, last card we have is I Will Make Whitebeard King of the Pirates. And this card's kind of crazy. Main, if your leader's type includes Whitebeard Pirates, which it does, reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If that card is a character card with a type including Whitebeard Pirates and a cost of 9 or less, you may play that card. If you do, that character gains rush during this turn. So this is really good because you can set it up with leader ability. So the most powerful combo would be if you had both of these in hand, so the Newgate and the 9-drop event. You use leader ability to put Newgate on the top of your deck, and then you play this card to play the Newgate out, and then the Newgate gets rush. So it's a 9-drop body, 10k power with rush and double attack. So that can be pretty devastating for the opponent if you get it out at the right time. So that's the current version of the deck. I am thinking of making a few changes. The 9-drop event, while it is really good, I find that most of the time I don't use it. So I'm considering replacing this 9-drop event with at least a couple of the 9-drop Sanjis from OP06. Comboing that 9-drop Sanji into either Newgate or Odin puts on so much pressure because you have 2 huge bodies out there that can end the game quickly. Some other cards that I could see being run in this deck are Squard. So Squard would be good for the Purple Luffy matchup because basically he can just give your leader or another character a rested Dawn every turn. So while playing on curve, you can still swing into a 6k leader. So if you're facing a lot of blue Purple Luffy, he's pretty good. Another card I could see being run is Speed Jill. So Speed Jill is reveal 1 card from the top of your deck and place it at the top or bottom of your deck. If the revealed card includes Whitebeard Pirates, then this character gains rush during this turn. So it's a card that has counter and also can rush. So if you need a rusher late game, then he could be pretty good. Next one is the 1-drop Vista blocker. So sometimes in this deck, you'll find that you have like 1 or 2 Dawn left at the end of your turn that you don't have much to do with. So having a cheap blocker just to throw out there can be nice sometimes. So I could see maybe running this in place of the Marco there. Next would be the 8-drop I Am Whitebeard event. So this lets you play out a Whitebeard character for 8 Dawn. So the only way I would actually run this event is if I also ran the 10-drop Taxbeard. So the Taxbeard on play, if your leader includes Whitebeard Pirates in its type, which he does, then, and you have 2 or less life cards, select all of your opponent's characters on their field until the end of your opponent's next turn. None of the selected characters can attack unless your opponent trashes 2 cards from their hand whenever they attack. So This card can basically just shut down your opponent's board for a turn unless they want to just destroy their entire hand. So this event, comboing into this on 8 Dawn, is incredibly powerful. But if you ran these, then you would have to change up the deck list quite a bit, in my opinion. In addition, in a couple of weeks here in PRB, we're going to be getting that new Marco blocker, and that card will be a big addition to the deck. It'll help with card draw, and it's just a generically good card. But yeah, so this is the deck currently. If you want more details on certain matchups and how those go, feel free to leave some comments below and I can talk to you about that. But thank you for watching and have a great day. Peace.